right, welcome everyone. This is the final tournament for April. The top 8 guys from the Olympic Swiss system are going to battle it out to determine the Olympic champion for today. And we got all 8 players, um all 8 players here competing, and I'm very excited. I know it's been pretty long and people are tired, but um, it's also uh, an endurance factor here. But again, where this is going to be a single elimination. All fights are going to be best of 3, and you can pick whichever character you want. So you're now not bound by a specific character. And we have the top 8. The top 8 are also going to be paired according to the position that they had in the tournament. So Abir won the tournament, so he's the favorite here. He will be fighting Info in the first fight. Oak is number 2. He's going to be on the other side of the bracket. Subu was number 7, and he's going to be fighting Oak. Number 3 is also going to be, that's me, on the second side of the bracket, and I will be facing Apostle. And Mechanics number 4 will be facing Clemino. Let me quickly show you here on the screen the final bracket. Yeah, so Abir versus Info, Mechanics versus Clemino. So a pretty good path here for Abir to actually get to the finals and maybe even win the second tournament as well. That would be quite an achievement. But also for Info, who is currently the Olympic champion. But also for Mechanics and Clemino, who are the surprises of this event. And then we got the second part where there's me versus Apostle. Apostle again, the dark horse today, and the derby of the quarterfinals, which is Oak versus Subu. So again, single elimination, best of 3, 7 flags. You can use whoever you want. And let's start with the first fight. And
Alright, I'm back.
yeah, welcome back, Subu. If you don't mind, I would like you to pretty much take over because it's pretty late here, and I
hmm
will need your help for more commentary.
Yeah.
And the first fight that we're gonna have is very interesting for 2 reasons. Number 1, Abir won the tournament, the previous tournament. Info was the Olympic champion last time, and the last time they fought, it was actually Abir versus Info in the final, and now they're facing in the quarterfinals. Info snatched the 8th position to be here, and I'm actually very excited for this fight. And without further ado, let's get it going. Best of 3. You can pick whoever you want. We're probably gonna see some Bara from Abir and some Marie from Info. And here we go. Info is ready. Abir is ready. Abir's I don't know if he feels energized or if he feels pressure right now. We're about to see. Also, this tournament is considered to be a medium tournament, so more points to be gained for the top 3. Abir starts on the left, Info on the right, and here we go. The final fights are here. Barabash versus Marie. You see how quickly
hmm
people went to their mains. more as a like I've been playing so many random characters. Like, give me my main so I can play what I know. I'll beat it with the first kill.
Nice sidestep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traditionally, Bara does better in this matchup, but a good Marie can still give Barabash problems in the right situation. Being an A tier character, I would say Marie is now. She's a threat to pretty much everybody in the right hands.
Yeah. And the pressure is mostly on Abirti, I would say, because Info like got her the last place, and she has only to gain here from these fights. Every flag will be quite important. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good stab, but it ended up being a double. Well, yeah, the dash is very risky for that reason.
Yeah.
The best that could have happened there for Info was a double. It is a good move. It's just if it fails, it will fail spectacularly because you're basically giving up Marie's one major advantage, that being her range. Leg cut, but the beard doesn't oppose them in time, and he is eventually killed.
2-1.
Double.
Yeah, Info needs to try to, as much as possible, to stay out of Abita's range and just use her range to snipe.
Yeah. Stabs at the hand again. No kill, but that is good damage. Any significant hit is now dangerous. Nice.
Two.
It's a fight now, I would say. Info's coming to life a bit.
Yeah, I really feel that all the fights in these top 8 are going to be very disputed.
Poke there. Sidestep attempt. Doesn't quite work. Snap cut, but from out of measure, and Info instantly places that lunge. That was well done.
3-2.
I also don't typically like using the snap cut in this matchup because you get very flat-footed. So if you're a bit too far for some reason or Marie steps back, you're sort of caught standing there instead of being able to move right away, which Barabash usually wants to do in this matchup.
Yeah, Info and the last 2 flags did exactly what we're supposed to do in this matchup, which is maximum range. Oh, grab.
Nice. Yeah. Abir probably tried to do a forward input attack, but he wasn't quick enough. Got the grab. Ooh, but leg cuts are risky.
Yeah, as soon as Marie gets in close range or even medium range, that's Bara's territory. Tense first set.
Yeah. Beer's doing great with his positioning as far as long guard, but you do have to be careful dashing to the side like that out of measure. Marie might find an opportunity to punish you if you're not careful. Yeah.
Solid choice there for Info. Now she has a very good
Yeah.
chance of winning the first set.
Oh, and a crab.
Yeah.
Nice.
Info with the first win. Beer has some work to do here. Quite the fast fight. Switch sides, please. Yeah. It looks like Abir might go with Jacek. Oh. No, he's still the same matchup. Let's see if Info produces the surprise here. I mean, not much of a surprise winning, Info winning the fight, but considering the placements that they had, like Kabir winning the tournament and Info barely snatching the last position.
Yeah, beyond the surprise grabs. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say that these positions don't necessarily mean that much. All these 8 players are nice, quite formidable.
Yeah. Yeah, all I was saying was just that beyond, I think, the grabs and the surprise aggression, catching Abir off guard, and it kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think Abir is sometimes swinging a bit too much, switching a bit too much out of measure. He's correcting that a bit now, and that's resulting in some flags. But I think before, he was presenting too many opportunities for Info to just take control of the center and stab him.
2-2. I think this round is going to be very close.
Yeah. Oh, he was again out of range.
Quite bold of Info to throw that move in that position.
Yeah.
But it works. Oh.
Oh.
That was
He didn't press back
amazing.
in time. Yeah. That doesn't. Info's doing some crazy grapples that I feel like I haven't seen in a while. Just
Yeah.
throwing an attack and then grabbing.
She's feeling it.
Most people don't think to do that.
4-3. Wow.
Nice.
From low guard. Straight to the head.
Yeah. And Abir took the
Info's,
bait.
Info's still the Olympic champion. Maybe she's gonna win it again. Needs 2 more flags here though to get past to the semifinals.
Nice chop, but does eat a little bit of a hit. Nice. Oh, it's still a double though. That was good movement by Abir though, showing us how to counter those stabs really well. It's just the follow-up was at the wrong time. Beats the blade, but he did the right thing, I think, backing away. Ooh, he got stabbed in the hand. Just a little bit. Nice.
Abir committed to the cut there and got it.
Yeah, there's a balance to be struck between not overextending, but then still finding moments to say YOLO and just go in as Bara, because you can't spend too much time fighting in range. Nice.
Yeah, Info kind of gives a flag away here just by trying to be sneaky. And it's a pretty important moment here.
Abir missed a chance to punish that, I think. Difficult to say. It was kind of at the edge, but there's
it was a
done.
forward thrust into a wow. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And Info wins the fight and produces the first surprise of the tournament. 2-0 against Abir. Abir probably has a little bit of a sour taste in his mouth right now, but I think he's probably still happy about winning the first tournament and getting the top 5 position as well, most likely. But Info wins here and moves on to the semifinals. Congratulations! Excellent play. Probably one of the best Marie plays I've seen in some time, and especially Bara, who's Marie's #1 threat, or #2 at least. Mechanics versus Clemino is our next fight. Both pretty new in the community. I would give the edge here to Mechanics, but Clemino has had some really good fights today, and I wouldn't be surprised if the does something interesting here. I don't even know who Clemino plays these days. He was playing Alex a little bit, I think. Used to be a Getty main. I'm not sure who he's going to pick here. Mechanics most likely is going to be playing Tarna. Where's Mechanics? Oh, I didn't tag him.
He's here. Yeah, okay.
Here we go. Mechanics left, Clemino right. Oh, Jacek. That's actually a very interesting Alex from Mechanics. I still think it's pretty even. Jacek can do well here. I'll be right back.
Yazlik versus Alex typically is in favor of Alex, but I will say that Yazlik does have some really fast cuts that can sometimes catch an Alexander off guard, and his guard, I won't say it's equally as good as Alex, but it is really good. The problem that Yazlik tends to have is that he cannot afford to trade very much. And Alex has good moves to bypass that theoretically really good guard. But I've fought this matchup both ways. It definitely isn't impossible for Yazlik to make something happen, but it is a losing battle, all other things being equal. Goes low, yeah. And that's what I mean, like, Alex can sort of really pick you apart with these high damaging moves that might nullify your moves. Punch there, yet brute forcing it with Alex, but that is something that you can do. There's a hit to the head. One more is needed. Jump attack out of measure. Thankfully, for Yazlik, that is quite punishable. For some reason, I can't bring up YouTube chat. Cut into thrust. There we go. Clemino on the back foot. Nice punishment there by Clemino. That's really what you have to do, is find those moments to get a clean counter. With Yazlik, it may be easier said than done. But it is, your key to victory is to lean into those fast cuts. The thrust is awkward, but that awkward timing actually prevented Mechanics from punishing, because he was able to move back. That was really good play there by Clemino. Cut to the head. Clemino actually needs one more. And that is the danger of going to the leg, is you're a bit less likely to kill. So Alexander's damage might not mean as much if he eats a hit to the head like that.
Down to the last flag.
Very skillful Yazoo. Upcut, but yeah. Ooh, Clemino won the trade. Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, somebody looked at the HP.
Okay,
It might have surprised the players
names.
as well.
1-0 for Clemino. Here we go. Swap sides. Swap sides, please. Something wrong?
Mechanics is still here. I see him in the Discord.
Okay, so Clemino's left, Mechanics right. Okay. Probably we're gonna see Mechanics going back to his main. Yeah, as expected. No, he sticks with Alex. All the looks had a saying, trust your mate. Oh, got a good opportunity there, but didn't capitalize.
Yeah, I think Mechanics was looking for an easy win with Alex, but he might be in for a bit of a rude awakening. Clemino, on the other hand, has practiced Yazoo. We saw it last round that Mechanics was getting an early advantage, but later on, Clemino was able to adapt.
He's 3 up now.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, he is on a bit of a roll here, though. When Alex is on a roll like this, it's very hard to stop him.
Yeah, looks like it was a good choice to stick with Alex.
Yeah, good hit to the head. Got hit in the shoulder, it looks like, but that allows him to win the trade. Yeah, the speed is pretty much equal there, but it is a double.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. They're basically just throwing cuts. Punch. Nice. Ooh. That retreat Y is underrated for Alex. A lot of people talk about Zera or Hal's back X, like all these other retreat attacks, but yeah. Ooh, it's just a
good choice.
A chainsaw of death.
Okay, we're swapping sides again. It's 1-1. Mechanics left, Clemino right. Here we go. Swap sides. Guys, swap sides. Mechanics is going Tourney and Clemino goes Alex. Clemino can play a little bit of Alex. Some interesting characters.
Yeah.
Interesting that Mechanics picked Alex when he lost, but didn't pick him when he won. Maybe he's trying to give Clemino something else. We'll see if that pays off. 1-1. That. fast move. Oh, look at that. Nice leg void.
Konoski has one of the better win rates on Alex, so this is actually, I would say, quite winnable. I won't say he's better than Alex, I don't think that's the case, but it's just this particular matchup, he has some nice tools. Nice.
Yeah, pretty fast-paced fight. Clemino's making it, is forcing the exchange. Sometimes it works in his favor.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. That false edge cut can be pretty nice, but if you whiff it, you're wide open. And he goes straight to left foot forward from there.
Beautiful.
Nice, though, he took the hand off. Brutal fight.
Oh,
Tree X. Nice. Oh, still a double. Yeah, that's the problem Alex can have. His ability to hit hard isn't as advantageous here. Oh, is that 2 hits? Wow.
oh. Actually, Clemino steals it.
Amazing.
It was a good riposte, though. Nice.
Yeah, and then there's a stab.
Very close fight. Double hit. Down to the last flag.
Yeah.
No, tak myślałem.
The mechanics.
Oh, and he takes it, yeah.
Last flag. Good one. Good effort from Clemino. He gave us some good fights. He also got to top 8 tonight, so congratulations to him. Okay. Next fight is me versus Apostle. Here we go. That was a really fun fight between these two.
Yep.
There he is. Oh, problem. What the hell? You can't connect. He can't connect 3 times. This is so weird. He can't connect. Okay, I'm gonna give him Steam. He was able to connect earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's getting that error 6023. I guess Steam will be fine for him, I hope. If he switched to Wi-Fi or to a different connection, maybe that's the problem. Okay, let's send another link. Looks like Apostle is having some issues here. Oh, okay, there he is. Okay. Well, gonna give you keyboard and controller, and hopefully it's fine. Okay. Jacek. Okay.
Alright, there's a nice hit from Venator. Nice, buries the sword right into Yazlik. This matchup, by the way, can be very bad for Isabella. So, and Apostle, he's really underrated. He has a lot of experience and he's been with us for a very long time. He sort of pops in and out, but when he does play, he plays very well. He challenges the best regularly. Nice hit. Nice upcut. And there it is. Venator actually getting a solid lead there and does take the fight.
Yeah. Okay. Switching sides. It wasn't as easy as it looked. Had some good moments there. Swap sides. We'll see if we're gonna get a different character here. Barabash.
Okay, Venator scored a flag. And wow, nice active defense there by Venator. Does take the hand. That's one thing Isabella potentially does better than any other character. Maybe Alexander is an exception, but Isabella tends to win the fight for the center against virtually any other character if she's played well. That's basically what she's built around. She's not a very offensive character as such, but she will most often dominate the center. That was a good belly lunge though. A move that's not used very often anymore. I'm not usually a fan of it myself because you often eat a hit to the head, but it's like a lot of special low cut. You have to set it up first. If you do that, it is actually a great move still, but it leaves you very exposed. Oh, the post did. He still got it. Nice. Venator inputted an attack there. It looked kind of funny, but nevertheless, he did input an attack pretty clearly. Yeah, you gotta be careful punishing that move sometimes, even if it looks like Isabella's wide open. But I think the intention was good, all the same. thrust attempt. Hostile struggling to get in. I love the intention to sidestep, but no opportunity yet to use that. Venator knows all about it. He uses it in our fights a lot. Oh yeah, snap cut. You gotta be so careful. Isabella can call you out just like that.
Yeah, GG, man. Great fight.
Nicely done.
Great fight. Thank you for staying up late. And congratulations for top 8. It was a good fight. Okay, and now the most anticipated matchup of the quarterfinals, Oak versus Subu. Let me quickly restart the game, just making sure that we don't have problems with controller. Curious to see who Oak is gonna go with here. I know you had some fights with Connor and Barabush.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Oak is here. You are here. Oak takes the left side. You take the right side. Here we go. Can you control? Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, Connor and Bara. Here we go. Nice tackle from Subu. 1-1. This is a classic. Between these two. They fought each other 1,000 times in one game. Yeah, takes the leg. Again, yeah, Subu's game plan is pretty simple. Attack the leg, attack the side, and also challenge Connor on the middle. Doesn't necessarily get strikes in, but he is faster. Nice. He is faster and will put Oak on notice. You won. Yeah. Subu's having a good time. Nice counter by Oak. 4-2. Nice. Yeah. Subu attacking both sides. First to the right, then to the left. Solid lead. Decisive attempt. Try to push, get hit. London. Yeah. 6-2. Subu has this match downloaded. We'll see if Oak stays with Connor for the second fight. Yep. Solid win. Good start for Subu here. Here we go, swap sides. Yeah, Oak stays with Connor. oak here. Nice. Subu a little bit out of range. Oh, crazy exchange. Coming back, negating early lead. Oh, took the leg. Takes the third. Subu a little bit eager to force the exchanges, but this time works in his favor. Oak is waiting for a good moment to count. Always entertaining to watch these two, no matter the characters. Nice push. Perfectly placed. Subu takes the lead for the first time in the second set. Subu's not afraid to throw that side step, which is quite slow, but he lands quite often with it. Double. Quick counter by Oak. 5-4. Nice side step attempt. Subu punishes it. Oak, sorry. Yeah, Subu gets a little bit reckless there, and Oak wins the flag by 5. Ooh. Quick hit. Very entertaining match. Trying to push again, and Oak takes the lead. Will we see a third set here? Oak had to work hard for this set. And that's it. He gets it. 1-1. I think Subu was a little bit too eager to finish each flag. We'll see if he tones down the aggression in this one. Okay, last set. Here we go. Swap sides. I'm back, sorry. Oak with a very solid lead. Oh, he's tired. Still a double. Oak with the classic comeback scenario here. Lost decisively the first set, but believed in his character. Dominated out the second set and now dominating the third. Needed. Oak wins 2-1 and moves on to the semifinal. Subu with a solid start, but Oak with the adjustment. And we got 4 people left in the semifinals. We got Info versus Mechanics, and then me versus Oak. Let's start with the first semifinal.
Yeah, good fight, Oak.
Yeah,
Connor solid as always. I didn't have a way through in the end.
yeah, I think in the second set, I think you were a little bit too aggressive. Gave him some opportunities to counter. In the first fight, you were a lot more measured with the aggression. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a long day, evening, so totally understandable. Okay, let's see Info versus Mechanics. Surprising semi-final here. Let's see who gets to the grand final. Okay, Info is ready. Info looked amazing in her first fight against Abir. Mechanics looked great too. Edged it by 1 flag against Clemino.
A beer's like, I'm getting $20, right?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
That's funny. There usually doesn't scam people. Interesting wording by Oak there.
Okay, Info starts left side, Mechanics right side. Yep. Marie Mechanics doesn't necessarily like this matchup, so he goes Jan. Jan is also it's a good character, but has some weaknesses against Marie. But maybe better than Tarna though. And Info, as I said, Info looked amazing in the first fight. Probably one of her best fights ever. Looked ready. Chop. And Mechanics wins the trade. First flag. Dash in. I feel like Mechanics wants to play the patience game, so Info will have to engage more. Or at least force the engagement. Info with the first flag. Couple of cuts, Mechanics. Oh, goes for the triangle. Doesn't take it. 3-1. Info is very good at playing the patience and defense, but every now and then you need to get good at being offensive. Oh, bunch of stabs. Nice one to the throat. 3-2. Okay, gonna pause, flick the guard, on guard when you're ready. There you go.
Back. I was just doing the USFC announcement.
No worries. Mechanics is holding long guard and he's circling a lot, but when you're circling, you can actually be vulnerable. But the Info's not
Yeah.
taking risks.
Yeah. Ultimately, she does have the range advantage, so I can see why. But there might be a couple missed opportunities. It's tough to say. Ooh, to the face. Yeah. That is the one thing about that low thrust. It is undeniably a really good move. Sometimes a pretty disgusting move. But it doesn't always trade favorably. So if Marie can secure a stab to the face when he's throwing that, then she can definitely outstab him.
I think Info spent a very long time playing Marie when Marie like it was very weak and you had to play very defensively and very patiently, but now with recent updates people understand the threat of Marie and they might be patient themselves as mechanics is see it.
Yeah.
And you gotta take control.
Good hit there to the arm. Did get blade beat, but the hit landed first. Very tactical fight, this one.
Yep.
I'm noticing Info is doing less beating the blade and more harassing it to try and get mechanics to crack, because sometimes those wide swings, I think, leave Marie open to a chop. These little pokes, though, can actually punish the chop if mechanics overextends.
Oh.
Nasty, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, very close fight, but again, Info being slightly more on the initiative side, and initiative wins.
Oh yeah, grab attempt, but mechanics did the right thing there, I would say. Maybe a chop would have been better, but at least he threw an attack. Hindsight's kind of 20/20 though. He was probably just trying to throw whatever came to mind to get Info out of the pocket.
I'm getting motion sickness from all this circling.
Yeah, I see why he's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's actually benefiting him as much as he thinks it is. I don't know, I feel like he's spending a lot of time stepping and not setting anything up.
Nice. Oh.
Oh. Nice.
Committed a little bit too much there, Info. She had the could have taken advantage of mechanics' mobility reduction.
feinting there by Info. Continues to move to the side. He really wants to make that stab work too. Oh, open himself. Oh, an Info grabbed.
Bad decision there.
Yeah,
She had
I feel like Info could have had it.
yeah, opportunity. 6-6.
Played away. Yeah, Info can play that game too. Looking for a blade beat perhaps, or a bait. Yeah.
What's actually strange to me is that Mechanics is using a tactic that is not necessarily effective. Oh, there you go. He gets the kill. But Info does not take advantage of it. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mechanics with the first set. Yeah, Info needs to learn to be offensive and throw attacks. Here we go. Swap sides. Swap sides, please.
Low thrust. I feel like there's not a lot to commentate most of the time. He's just moving in a circle, and then whatever happens, happens.
It's not about the blade beat, it's just that movement opens angles up.
Yeah. I think Info might be a bit too hesitant to commit. Yeah, because any damage like that is good. It'll stun him and open him up for more.
Yeah, as I said, she's not very used to taking the initiative.
Oh, yeah. If you're in his cutting range, something has gone wrong. Nice. Triangle. Ooh, nice thrust there. Nice stab.
Yep.
2 more needed.
Mechanics' strategy is paying off here. He's very close to getting to the final. Info doesn't seem to have too much of an answer.
Maybe he's trying to give her motion sickness and then just pounce on the opportunity. Yeah, nice stab. I think Info may have found something, but it was too late. It was the question. Oh, Info's tired.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid round here for Mechanics. Wins 2-0, and he's in the grand final. Now it's going to be me versus Oak. Info, you still have to play third place match, but I'm gonna say it right now. If I'm gonna lose against Oak, I'm just gonna give my fight to Info because I'm really tired and
All right.
yeah, I don't want to make this any longer. Okay, me versus Oak. I haven't played Connor in some time. Don't necessarily know what strategy to employ, but we'll do my best. Here we go.
Honor and Isabella can be very tough for Isabella, but Venator does find a way past the shield. I've noticed sometimes you can, with a lot of characters, far from only Isabella, you can sometimes strike at the rim of the shield, and occasionally you'll blast through, kind of like you're hitting the leak. Don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended. It actually makes sense, because shields are much like weapons. They have points of leverage, right? So if you hit the edge of the shield and hit the opponent, there's more of a chance of busting through. So I like it, actually. It is a legitimate tactic to get past the shield. I guess from the whoa, okay.
I did input that.
Yeah, no, I believe it. It just looked funny. The timing was good, but the animation, wacky.
Yeah, it's because of the slow-mo thing.
Yeah. Ooh, but there's a hit to the head.
How did that go in?
snap cut. Oh, nice upcut. I don't really envy Venator here. He's tired and he has a tough matchup against Oak. Oak's corner is actually pretty fun to fight, by the way, but it's just somebody so good in a matchup like this. It's not an easy task. It'd be rough though, even if Oak was using Laszlo or Calc though, or Yazuk, it'd still be a tough one for different reasons. Or Samuel even. Oak plays a lot of characters actually. A cut there, nice attempt. And there we go to the arm. It's a shame the taunt didn't work. I saw the idea behind that, but I think Oak was able to adjust in time. Sometimes you have to get real creative against Connor. Even Barabash does sometimes. And he's traditionally a better matchup, but the player matters a lot too. Little snap cut there. Not enough to kill, but Venator does not exactly appreciate it either. That stamina will be reduced. Because for those who are not aware, it's not just that your stamina is reduced when you're hit, it's also your maximum stamina that gets reduced. So every injury in this game is more or less a permanent one, not just as far as HP, but also your stamina. And most often in tournaments when people get tired, it's more so a result of their injuries, less so that the player is necessarily throwing too many attacks. Nice, the taunt into the upcut. One more needed for Venator. Really good usage of the reach of the longsword and the taunts to just keep Oak at bay. You've got a big sword, so really your best bet in this matchup is to find some way to use that to your advantage. The range and the power, the leverage. In some ways the speed too, actually. If you've never handled the longsword before, it's actually pretty easy sometimes to rapidly fire off snap cuts. That is one thing that about Isabella's style that is pretty correct as far as the weapon goes. Nice.
I hate this.
Definitely was not easy. Yeah. I don't blame you.
Why are you guys rooting for Oak? I'm the victim here.
to the head. Yeah, Connor, and this is a reason why I don't enjoy playing as Connor, to be honest, either. Scott brought up a good point. He sometimes refuses to block stuff that you feel like he should block. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing for balance, it might well be a good thing for balance, but from the perspective of the Connor player, like right there, the high guard just sort of slipped through. And I'm not saying that's, again, a bad thing for balance, but it's just when you're the Connor player, it becomes really frustrating, I think. Maybe I'm just bad with Connor, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but you know, he's kind of the antithesis of my playstyle. Ooh. Good leg cut though by Venator. Man, if Isabella had a Gacelin, like a one-handed cut to the leg, that would be so effective here. It'd be balanced, of course, by the slower recovery, I would imagine. Maybe the new German longsword will get it. That'd be funny. That'd be a good anti-shield technique. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, sometimes when you press buttons, your auto guard is weaker as well. So that could also be it. But yeah, high guard cut. It is good to see though that Venator, when he puts effort into the flags, is able to score them. Like, from a balancing perspective, that's good. But I just have to wonder from Oak's perspective, like how annoying that is to deal with. And I think that's the main reason why a lot of people would love to see Connor just reworked. Not even nerfed, just like reworked completely. New weapon, new style, new moves. But it is what it is. Oak is doing fantastic though, by the way. He actually, certainly against my Bara, I do think he plays with a very fun style. Can make the fight really intense, so nothing I'm saying is, of course, to say that Oak is playing badly or unfairly or anything of the sort. It's not the case at all. Venator is still ahead. Not by much. He's threatening a snap cut. I think it's more of a harassing move though. If it catches Oak out, of course, brilliant, but I think it's more about seeing if Oak will crack and then do something else. Yeah, Oak is guarding low, but Venator might have some other second intention in mind. And I think that's why Oak is staying back. Plus, sometimes even if Connor does try to guard low, his leg is an inherent weakness in his defense. Ooh, single tempo. Info needs that Pokemon money, apparently. Apparently Pokemon cards are very trendy right now. There's a lot of armed robberies. I don't know if it's happening in Europe, but it's certainly happening in North America. People are breaking into stores just to grab Pokemon cards. And it's not just a US thing, it's happening in Canada too. It's crazy. Anyway, punch to the face there by Oak. Upcut and a single tempo. And this could go to the third round, which I'm sure Venator really does not want. He wants it to be over with. He's really tired. But Oak wants the money. Yeah, harassing the guard, trying to make him crack there, but not able. Both fighters being very patient. But you can see that Venator is still trying to deny space from Oak. If Oak makes a little slip up, some of these cuts could land. There, yeah. Venator got what he wanted out of that, I would say. But, well, beyond, he probably would have preferred to even just kill Oak right there, but didn't quite happen. But at least he got a hit. Ooh, yeah, linger. High guard cut actually seems like a decent choice. Use, oh, I was gonna say use properly, but then Oak reaches right around and hits the face. We're down to the third round. Yeah, if Info got third place, that would be tragic, but it's not gonna happen.
And what the?
Oof. Yeah, it's I think Oak has shown us the full extent of what Connor can do. He's definitely a really strong character, I would say, at this point. Oh, nice. Forces that cut in there. Snap cut to the head. Yeah, those are nasty. Unfavorable trade there. High guard. Parry there. Oh, this time he blocks it. Not exactly sure why, to be honest, because in a previous interaction, Venator got through. That's why he tried it. guess the blade just didn't manage to hit the head at the same time. It's quite an enigma, this matchup. Yeah, Christy, join the Discord. Just look us up by typing in Hellish Quart PvP server or whatever. You can find us very easily that way. We host tournaments weekly. And we also do casual PvP matches and play other games as well. Nice. Venator's on the ropes here. Ooh, there's one. Yeah, it's gonna come down to the last flag, I suspect now. Yeah, I like what Venator's trying to set up. It's just Oak is shutting it down. There we go, the high guard cut, like I was saying earlier, it sometimes gets through, which is probably a good thing. But it's just sometimes it doesn't. Stream lagging, or is it just you? I think it's just you. At least my phone looks okay. Even I'm tired. It's not even that late for me, but nice.
Easy. Alright, so Oak gets in the final. And as I said, I'm giving my third place match to Info. Congrats, Info. So Info gets third here. And we're going straight to the final. It's gonna be Mechanics versus Oak. Ugh. Here we go.
Okayed it too, yeah. That's all good. And then again, none of this is about Oak playing the wrong way or being unfair or anything like that. Always good. He's using Connor's tools properly, and they are pretty tough to deal with when you do so. I don't think it's easy to fight like that either, to be honest. Although Connor obviously has good tools, but
Okay, Mechanics versus Oak grand final for all the marbles here. Mechanics left side, Oak right side.
there you go, left side. Mechanics, there you go. Tarna, okay, let's see. There's a hit. And Mechanics so far doing the right thing. Tarna really gets a lot of movement out of that sidestep and a lot of power, but this time his arm is eaten alive. That was good by Oak. Connor has a lot of safe cuts. I think that's one of the tough things about dealing with him. I think he has like 3 different snap cuts. They look kind of similar, but they're not quite the same. And then he's got safe stabs as well. So I think if Oak can play into that strength, he might be able to do really well here. It's sort of like the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Because Tarna can crack open pretty much any guard. Venna gave you the fight info. Just because it's late. I don't blame him. Snap cut. 2-2. It's definitely a fight so far. Tough one for Mechanics to fight somebody as good as Oak, regardless of character. The A sidestep is good, but I think it's very telegraphed is the problem Mechanics might run into. And it's pretty predictable. I think Oak is more than capable of adjusting to it. Nice, he forced a bit of a trade there though. Sidestep there. Nice. Gives Oak a little love tap with that blade beat and then follows it up. It's actually a very underrated move for Tarna. Snap cut. Another snap cut. Blade beat, but Oak gets out of the way. I must not be quick enough with the dashes because I found when I get blade beat with Connor, it's just trouble. But that is 100% a skill issue. Keeps going for a bunch of cuts. Blade beat attempt again. Nice idea, and it has a really powerful follow-up. But Oak is doing a great job of avoiding that. He knows what Mechanics is trying to do. And it's funny, you'd think Connor has the reach advantage because he's got this long straight blade, but it's actually not necessarily the case. With the way Tarna steps, he can actually contest the reach really well. It also helps Tarnowski that Connor has the sword behind the shield, which aids his defense. It's actually a very good idea, but it does lower his reach. He really wants to make that Y cut work. He retreats now. Sidestep. Push attempt. Yeah, a little out of measure by Oak, but a good try. Big slash. Nice blade beat. And yeah, that's one of the issues that we discussed that Connor runs into is those blade beats, and they don't always have to happen from long guard. Still, it was well done by Mechanics, taking advantage of that weakness of the character. Considering Alexander goes with Tarnowski, probably smart. Alexander actually is a great matchup into Connor, but probably smart to go with what's working. It's also cool to see Tarnowski in the finals. It doesn't always happen. We've seen it before. It's definitely not a new thing, but a bit refreshing. Whoa, nobody got hit. That's incredible. Bit unfortunate for both. But eventually Oak does get a hit. Yeah, I don't know much about Targe and sword fighting styles, Sion. I would know a little bit more about single broadsword because it's actually very similar to British military saber, but because they follow many of the same drills actually, particularly the later manuals, but the shield, it's a different ball game. Goes low, nice. I have a suspicion but this will go to the third round. Oak has made crazier comebacks before, and he's actually ahead now, so that bodes well for him. Push, and then he follows it up beautifully. Yeah, I actually, if Connor can set it up right, I really think he actually thrives up close. Somebody paused. Can I go on the left? On the right, my attack buttons won't work. What?
No.
Yeah. Like, you might be getting sticky inputs, man, but there's not much we can do. Yeah, they seem to be working. I don't know. Exchange. Snap cut to the arm there. I like how Konofsky seemed to kind of tuck it back further after he got hit too. He got hit a little bit and he's like, oh, okay, I'll put it back. Which is fair. Ooh. Powerful cuts. Again goes for the same combo, but this time he got the measure wrong. Oak's the type of guy who will really lock in these types of situations, so I'm about 90% sure that this is going to go into the third round. Who wins from there will be a bit of a toss-up, but Oak will have a bit of an edge, having gotten some momentum back and his experience. But anything can happen, it's just a 2-flag difference. And I might have just majorly cursed Oak, so... It's a good hit to the body, but not a lot of damage. It works like the other snap cuts. If you hit the head, it more or less always kills, but if you hit the chest, not so much. One more needed. Feints by mechanics there. I like that he's throwing some X cuts, but I feel like he's being a little bit too predictable now. Yeah, hits the head there. Now it's on the mechanics to make some adjustments. He's considering Alexander. He does go with Alexander. On paper, a sensible pick, but I think Oak might be able to exploit the weaknesses that Alexander does have to win this fight. But we will see. Mechanic's throwing a lot of cuts. But there it is, yeah. That's what I was thinking was gonna land. I didn't want to say much because I wanted Oak to see if he could find it. There you go, yeah. as you discussed before, leg cuts are generally a pretty good idea. Alexander has some powerful leg cuts. Nice. So what Oak did there is he saturated his guard with a bunch of cuts, and the third one landed because Mechanics did some retreat attack. That leg cut, though, is still very dangerous. Oak, essentially, I think, has to be ready for it at all times. Just as Alex probably has to be ready for those stabs. Nice. Didn't quite hit the head, but that was some good damage. Goes low. Nice. Yeah, so Oak is now starting to read that attack. Yeah, it's quite possible Mechanics will now not be able to land it. That's what he was doing against me, by the way, too. And in part, that was my bad play later on, too. But I think Oak was starting to read some of the stuff that I was doing and make adjustments as well. Snap cut. Yeah. Perhaps Tarnovsky still was the play just because Mechanics knows the character better. There is other stuff Alex can do, but it is up to Mechanics to find it. Yeah, Oak is doing great there, just getting in close, making it messy. Where that snap cut is guaranteed to land on the head. He's very precise with those follow-ups. Snap cut to the hand. London attempt, but that was a good leg cut. I think Mechanics has more or less been exclusively getting kills with that leg cut. Dashing a little bit, both of them. Tries to go for the leg. That's actually a good tactic against Alex as well. But you gotta be wary of the leg void, of course. Head bobs by Mechanics. That would really hurt, but unfortunately in this game, the cut will override the punch. But that is a concussion, and perhaps worse than just a concussion, could even be brain hemorrhage from a hit like that. I suspect Oak probably wanted to cut though. Nice, upcut into X cut. That combo is not used terribly often, but I think in this particular matchup it might be a good one. And Oak needs one more. Nice leg void this time by Oak. There's a snap cut. Goes low. Nice sidestep though by Oak. This is what I mean. Oak is really good at adapting. There's no surprising Oak for the most part. Especially once he's seen your move a bunch of times. Okay, Mechanics has found something new. That was very nicely set up by him. Backdashing. Ooh, a push. Or attempted. Yeah, it was a push. But not quite able to connect there. Head bobs. Making it messy against Alex is obviously a little bit risky, but it can pay off. We've seen Oak manage it before. Suddenly he snap cuts you in the head when it looks like Alex might be able to recover. Oh, and this is down to the last flag. tough matchup for Connor. And Mechanics has found some moves that work beautifully. Yeah, he really wants that hand. That's especially Connor has like really low HP on the hand, so he does not want to take forearm hits or hand hits. I think it's like, especially his shield side, believe it or not, is actually the worst HP for an arm in the game. But it's got the shield, so balancing wise, it makes sense. They're circling each other, not wanting to overcommit. A lot of pressure on both of them. Goes low. Oak tries to punish it. That was a good try. I think the idea behind that was good, but Alex was quicker to get back to guard. Sidestep. Great idea, but you gotta be close enough to land it. Trying to step in. But Oak, despite having slower footsies, I have to say, is doing a great job of matching this footwork. So to show his experience at the game, and the upcut lands. Nice. And Oak takes it.
Yeah, great final, and it's been quite the same scenario with Oak here today. He lost the first set and won the next two. Congratulations to him. He was patient, waited for the opportunity to strike back. Experience was showing, but also Mechanics managed to get to the final, almost won it, which is a great performance as well. And yeah, congratulations to everybody here. It's been long, as always, when we have the Olympics, but it was fun. We had so many surprises. And Subu, thank you very much for helping out with commentary for so many hours. And tomorrow,
No problem.
there is another month starting, another month of events. And I'll see you guys soon. USFC on Saturday, right?
Yep, exactly. I made the announcement now, so hit the frog meme if you want to join.
Yeah. All right, guys. That was really fun. Have a wonderful evening. See you soon.